Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, the 18th of June. How are you? And you, but most importantly, you. Yes, you doing tonight. Tell me about it. That is what I want to know. Great to be here with you live tonight. Excited to be here with you live. It's an amazing day. Absolutely, positively amazing. Been a busy day out there today. As the temperature heats up, so do the things to do. Let's talk a little bit about that tonight. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about you tonight and you. So let me. Ooh, I forgot my one other screen. Hang on one second. Where am I on my other screen? There we go. Now I've got it up. Now I can see you all. I can see Kathleen likes it. Kathleen, I hope you are recovering quickly. I hope your men are taking care of you. Truly sorry to hear about that. Had weird stuff like that happen. Weird stuff like that happen. But that's actually part of my topic tonight is weird stuff happens. It gets in the way of life, and now you're hobbling along. It's never the fun stuff like ice cream and vacation that gets in the way of life. It's all the other stuff. So we'll talk about that a little bit tonight. We will. I think I'm surprising people by being so on time tonight. But I am back from the State House. We're going to talk about that. And a whole bunch of stuff here tonight. Let's get going with our book of quotes tonight. Our book of quotes tonight, our opening quote tonight in our unique daily quote is, oh, yeah, I like that. A winner is just a loser who tried one more time. Let me say that again. A winner is just a loser who tried one more time. Boom, isn't that the truth? It is very, very true. And you can't get more real than that. That is very real. That is what separates a winner and a loser. Trying that one more time. I spent the day, the majority of my day, on at the State House in Massachusetts. So the Massachusetts State House. It's commonly referred to Beacon Hill. So is where I spent my day. They had a small business advocacy day that was held by the National Federation of Independent Businesses and RAM, the Retail Association of Massachusetts. And so I spent the day meeting with members of the legislature, various mission heads, the head of insurance, it will be in no rush to see me again. The head of insurance for the state will be in no rush to see me again with let's not confuse things with the facts. It was I was able to call him out on too many things probably. And since he was the one of the people today that I met with, but advocacy is near and dear to my heart. Telling the story of small business is near and dear to my heart. And there are so many opportunities to do that, and meet with and engage with your legislators. It makes a difference. It is not a difference today, a difference that you can feel today. Let me tell you that. It is not a difference you live and feel today, but it is a difference. It is a long game. And know that don't think somebody else is doing it in your community. Hey Ellen, how are you? Great to have you here live. Hi to you and Mike. Been seeing some of your amazing live videos, so chic, lately, pop up in my feed. Um, but don't think that somebody else is doing it in your town, somebody else is doing it in your state, that they've got it. Even if you're in Massachusetts, don't think that, oh, well, Neil's got that. Neil's got the Fed locked up. He's got the state of Massachusetts locked up. I do a lot in New York too. I do a lot with it, but don't think one person has it locked up. They want to know what's happening in your business. So I highly encourage, whenever you get the opportunity, don't be intimidated by it. Don't be thinking your voice doesn't matter, because your voice does matter. Your voice does matter in all this, and it really does make a difference. It makes a real difference when you tell your story of how policies that they make are affecting you. Now, one of the national policies that you need to be aware of that is up for discussion right now, and is something Trump said during his campaign. He didn't say this high, but he did say that he'd be for it, is a higher federal minimum wage. And especially if you're in the South, the state minimum wage in most states as you move south is the federal minimum wage, which is $7.25. And there is actually a bill in the Senate, and I think there's a companion bill in the House right now. Definitely a Senate bill that is out there, a bipartisan Senate bill. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Hey, Dodie. To raise the minimum wage, the federal minimum wage, to $15 an hour, and then have some automatic indexes in it to increase it. That part probably has less broad appeal, but the idea of raising the minimum wage to 15, and some people think higher, actually does have some broad support. So I don't want to scare you about anything, because Congress moves insanely slow, and there is a lot of other things on the congressional agenda. But you do need to be aware that if you're getting Republicans who have stayed away from that, so Republicans have been the anti raise the minimum wage, and now they're trying to, in some of their own words, pander to get the vote of Democrats. So they are for this bill, and so it's getting more support than it normally would. And it's been a long time since the federal minimum wage went up. So, there's many in areas where the federal minimum wage is $7.25, that can still pay $10, $12 an hour. And I'm like, I know some people that are listening tonight will be like, oh, if I could only pay $10 or $12 an hour, you know. So I want you to be aware of that. I want you to take that into account, and just be cognizant of it, because it is real. It's something that could end out sliding its way onto something else and making its way through Congress. So, I do a lot of work to stay on top of this all at both the federal and a few of the states. I can't stay on top of all 50 states, but I do stay on top of a few states. The nice thing is, with the minimum wage, as an example, It has gotten knocked down from going higher. California had a bill up to go to 18 statewide, and that failed. It failed by a lot. So there are there are ones that are getting some support and ones that aren't. If something happened with the federal, I don't the part of the bill that exists right now where it would automatically increase based on some formula, I don't see that um, sticking in a final bill just based on the way Congress works. But you never know. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. So that's why we stay on top of it. The other thing I wanted to talk about tonight is you a little bit. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit because there's been a lot of I've sort of had two camps lately, and partly I feel like I'm being over 50 now. You're in that I'm in that camp where life happens or health happens or whatever, or things that are happening with people. But there's been a fair amount of either neglecting thy oneself. I know I should have saved this for Self-Care Sunday, but neglecting your own health or neglecting the health of others for your business and things like that. And my short version on that is don't put off your health. Don't put off going to the doctor. Don't put off getting checked out. Don't put off a test the doctor wants to do. If they think you should have a test and there's a good reason for it, get it done. That is, so often in business, we put everyone else first. We put the business first. You put your employees first. You put other members of your family first, and you don't take care of you. It's a real moment where, the old airline saying, what do they say to do on an airline? If the airline's going down, put on your oxygen mask first. If there's a change in cabin pressure, they don't say the airline's crashing. If there's a change in cabin pressure, put on your oxygen mask first and then assist others. So take care of yourself first. And there's a lot of real reasons for that. You can't run the best business in town if you are not the healthiest, if you are not taking care of you. If there's a lot of happy news too, but there's a lot of hard things lately, Ellen. You're right. And partly I look at that and say, are we getting older? And so that's natural that we're going to know people that are having various issues. But a lot of these same people, Ellen, will tell you they put off their own health. When they had a cough, they didn't go to, that hung around, they didn't go to the doctor. They said they'd go next week or the next time, or they rescheduled their appointment. I had, I had a guy I did work for. So picture massive, very loud, makes me look quiet, old Italian guy that I did work for. And he was unbelievably demanding. Okay. He wanted things and he wanted them yesterday and last week. And, he was a guy that would call me at 5 o'clock in the morning and say, well, I waited till 5 a.m. And he thought 5 a.m. was an acceptable time to start calling people. Was his way of, communicating. And, one time he needed something. I couldn't tell you what he needed. Okay. And I took care of it. I took care of whatever it was. And he found out afterwards, okay, because he wasn't a guy that ever gave the impression of put him second or make him wait. And he found out that I had rescheduled a doctor's appointment to take care of whatever he needed. And oh my God, you would have thought I killed his firstborn and his puppy. Okay. He went up one side of me, down the other, back over, and reamed me out. Don't you ever cancel a doctor's appointment. And it was something routine. It was a regular checkup. It was a dentist appointment. It was not a big deal. He's like, how the heck are you ever going to help me if you're not taking care of yourself? I mean, that was the essence of his talk. I mean, and he went up one side, down the other, okay, with me to beat that into my head. And I have carried that forward. I very much remember that lashing. I very much remember it. It was a long time ago, and I very much remember it. But I take that forward, and I take our health seriously because, like they say, take care of yourself first, or you can't take care of anybody else. You can't be running the best business in town. You can't be taking care of your employees. You can't be taking care of your other family members. You can't be doing any of that if you are not taking care of you. And like Ellen mentioned, there's been a lot of sad news lately, and it's just some of it's just been, dumb luck. Kathleen, who was on at the beginning, I don't know if she's still on. Had a knife fall off a table into her and broke and ripped a tendon, cut through a tendon, and had to get, surgery this week. So there's a lot of stuff going on out there with us, and the most important thing is us, not whatever's going on, not whatever else is going on in your business, not whatever else is going on elsewhere, because if you don't take care of you. So my message with this is, if you've got a nagging cough, you got something doesn't feel right, your body, go see your doctor, call your doctor anyways. Okay, get checked out. Yes, there's a cost to it, and I'd rather you pay that and take care of that than something else. So know that, and know that we're here with you on this journey, and we want you to run the best business. We have the whole business continuity plan, which is available. You can find a link to it on our website, and you can buy that. If you weren't to our business continuity plan class, you can buy the online version of just that class, which is an amazing class in thinking through all the things so your business runs if you can't be there for whatever reason. And there's just so many things that have happened. We've seen it. Ellen and I both know too many people. We've seen it with so many things lately that we just want you to. I want you to think about taking care of you and making sure you're caring for yourself, because I've had so many business owners skipping things lately that it's been crazy. And I spent today a good part of my day talking about the rising cost of healthcare with the state of Massachusetts, and that the state of Massachusetts, of all places, with all its innovation, healthcare, teaching, hospitals, etc., should be a leader in healthcare charge, and instead it's a once was. So yeah, that's what I wanted to hit you with. I know, not the most exciting or sexy topics tonight. Not sexy, but real. And being real is a big part of this, and it is a big part of your business. So be real with yourself. Look in the mirror. Is there something that's bugging you? Is there a family member that needs to get to the doctor? Whatever. That's more important than anything that's happening in your business. Because if you are not the best in the best health, then your business can't be in the best health. So that is my message tonight. You know what else is my message? This video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell, ring it so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with everybody you know in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody run a better business. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Than Ish, Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Than Ish. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil, at nextlevelresale.com, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. I am busy catching up on emails and stuff from being away and being hip deep when I got back, but I will continue to work through all that. I'll also make sure we get these videos over to the YouTube channel by this weekend. We start the program every night with our unique daily quotes. Our quote at the beginning was, and I got to repeat it because it was so freaking awesome. A winner is just a loser who tried one more time. A winner is just a loser who tried one more time. Our closing quote tonight. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a summer solstice party. I don't know. We're gonna party. Yes, we are. And when we are, I'm gonna be there with you. But until then, and until Sunday at More 8 Than Ish, know that you and you, but most importantly, you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. It's time for dinner. Yeah, that was an awesome quote, Ellen. I love it. Talk to you all soon. Bye bye.